Picking up where you left off. Or, you can tell me to start over or change story.
As you begin to drill, the stream of bubbles increases. The stream of bubbles is strong enough to ruffle the surface of the sea. You could try to surface now and locate the exact position of the bubble area. Then you could make plans with the scientists aboard the Murray about what to do next. On the other hand, you could simply explore the hole with the Seeker to determine the source of the bubbles now. There is great risk in entering the hole, but it could lead to the source of the bubbles, and maybe to Atlantis. Do you explore or try to surface? You decide to guide the Seeker into the new passageway to the bubble source. Suddenly, the Seeker is swept downward as if pulled by a giant magnet. You lose consciousness, and when you awake, you are in a well-lighted and comfortable room. 3 people stand close by. They look normal and appear to be friendly. The middle one speaks. You are in the visitor's reception room. If you wish to come into the city of Atlantis, then follow us, but you may never return to your world. If you wish to leave now, we will escort you safely to the surface. It is your choice. We do not wish to harm you. Do you follow them into the city of Atlantis, or return to the surface? The 3 people of Atlantis sense your wish to return to the surface. Instantly, they produce a bubble-shaped capsule and put you inside. Farewell, Earth person. May you live a long and prosperous life. You shoot up swiftly through the sea and break out onto the surface near the Murray. The capsule that protected you disintegrates upon reaching the surface. Once aboard the Murray, you tell the crew and the scientists about your adventure. They are kind to you, but no one believes you. They think you have imagined the world of Atlantis as a result of being so deep for so long. Back in the United States, you begin a television tour telling about Atlantis. You write articles and a book. You are paid a great deal of money for this work. You are tempted to use this money for another expedition. Do you use your money for another expedition, or retire and lead a life of ease? The only way to prove that you are not crazy is to lead another expedition back to Atlantis. You take all the money from the TV appearances and articles and outfit a ship, hire a crew, rent the Seeker, and set sail. Most people think that you are out of your mind. You'll show them. Poised over the spot you so carefully marked on the charts, you dive down in the Seeker. Again, you find the hidden grotto. You move some algae on a wall of the grotto and notice a metal panel. The panel seems to seal off a passageway. It is locked. You try to open it with the Seeker's drilling arm, but it will not budge.
Arrived home. Picking up where you left off. Or, you can tell me to start over or change story.
The only way to prove that you are not crazy is to lead another expedition back to Atlantis. You take all the money from the TV appearances and articles and outfit a ship, hire a crew, rent the Seeker, and set sail. Most people think that you are out of your mind. You'll show them. Poised over the spot you so carefully marked on the charts, you dive down in the Seeker. Again, you find the hidden grotto. You move some algae on a wall of the grotto and notice a metal panel. The panel seems to seal off a passageway. It is locked. You try to open it with the Seeker's drilling arm, but it will not budge. It is frustrating to be so close to the secret, and yet so far from it. Do you blast the panel with the laser beam, or wait to be invited in? You'll try to blast the hatch right off its hinges. You have the power. Your finger presses the red button that fires the laser cannon. A blinding flash erupts immediately, but the hatch remains firm. You fire again, and again, and again. Each time, the Seeker is rocked by the force of the laser cannon. The reflected energy is damaging to your craft. You continue to fire the cannon, holding your finger on the button. Then there is a blinding flash inside the Seeker itself. The laser cannon explodes. You and the Seeker are destroyed. The end.
You've explored 30% of the story and discovered 7 of 37 possible endings. Would you like to see what would have happened if you decided to wait to be invited in? Going back to wait to be invited in.
You've used your celebrity earnings to outfit a new expedition. Again, you are underwater, in the hidden grotto, staring at a round metal panel. It's never good to use force unless you are attacked and must defend yourself. You refuse even to consider using the laser cannon. It might kill people, and would certainly destroy any chance for friendship. You decide to wait patiently, and hope that you will be noticed and invited in. For 6 hours you sit and wait for some sign. A green glow comes from the area ahead of you. It bathes the Seeker in a soft light. The hatch door opens. 3 figures emerge and beckon to you to follow them. Do you follow, or do you refuse? When you refuse to follow them, they take out small handheld hypnotizers that put you into a deep trance. You are led through a long tunnel into a large underwater lab. 3 military technicians come up to you and break the trance. You have stumbled into a secret military base. We're developing too many secret plans to risk being discovered. You will remain our prisoner. There is no escape. The end.
You've explored 32% of the story and discovered 8 of 37 possible endings. Would you like to see what would have happened if you decided to follow the 3 figures? Going back to follow the 3 figures.
Your patience rewarded. The hatch opens in front of you, and 3 figures emerge and beckon to you to follow them. These people lead you to a control room. There, you meet the commander of an underwater scientific center that is conducting secret research into life underneath the sea. They inform you that it was a good thing that you did not use your laser cannon, because they have anti-laser devices that would have blown you and the Seeker to pieces. After a pleasant meal and a tour of the deep water lab, you are sent back to the Seeker for a return journey to the surface. You are told never to return again. If you do, you will be kept a prisoner for the rest of your life. The end.
You've explored 33% of the story and discovered 9 of 37 possible endings. Would you like to see what would have happened if you decided to retire and lead a life of ease? Going back to retire and lead a life of ease.
Having been returned to your world by the people of Atlantis, Without having learned much about them, you've become a very rich celebrity, telling the world the things you did learn about Atlantis. You feel conflicted about trying to learn more. You argue with yourself for several weeks about setting out on a new expedition. Money is not the issue. You fear that finding Atlantis will ruin it for the Atlanteans. You believe that their civilization must be protected. You decide to use the money you have made to carry on research on space and life on planets in other galaxies. Someday, perhaps, you will meet the Atlanteans in space. The end.
You've explored 34% of the story and discovered 10 of 37 possible endings. Would you like to see what would have happened if you decided to follow the Atlanteans into the city of Atlantis? Going back to follow the Atlanteans into the city of Atlantis.
You are in a visitor's reception area in the nether regions of Atlantis. 3 Atlanteans invite you to see the city of Atlantis, but they will never let you return to the surface. They also offer to escort you safely home instead. The 3 people lead you into an enormous cavern. In the center of the cavern is a huge, silver-colored machine. It is shaped like a long tube, with several round panels attached to one end. They lead you inside. It is the most advanced control room that you have ever seen. Computers, sensing devices, recording devices, monitors, and a series of digital screens fill the room. A strangely shaped figure with a very large head and totally blank eyes faces you. So, now you are in the control room of Atlantis. You see our secret. We landed on this planet 3,000 years ago. We used our antimatter device to sink this continent beneath the sea to escape from your people. You can have a most pleasant and useful life here with us if you wish. All you need to do is allow us to inject you with a special serum to enable you to live down here. It is up to you. On the other hand, if you do not wish to be one of us, you will be held prisoner. Do you submit to the injection or decline? The idea of being injected with a serum and joining them for the rest of your life is awful. You must plan an escape. When your captors are not looking, you slip away and dash for the door of the spacecraft. You fail to notice a laser beam guarding the exit hatch. Stepping into the laser beam, you freeze in mid-step. The Atlanteans gather round you sadly and tell you that you will have to remain this way for the Earth equivalent of 23 years and 61 days until the effects wear off. Then you will be given a second chance. The end.
You've explored 36% of the story and discovered 11 of 37 possible endings. Would you like to see what would have happened if you decided to submit to the injection of a special serum? Going back to submit to the injection of a special serum.
The ancient alien race has given you a choice here deep beneath the sea. Submit to the serum, which will transform you into a being that can live underwater, or stay as you are, but as a prisoner. Perhaps you are being foolish, but you decide to join them. The injection is painless, and you feel no different than before. They lead you to a comfortable room where you all share a special tea in celebration of your decision. You see, all living beings are basically the same. Everything is connected in life. We have come from a different planet in search of other living beings. We have to be very careful about taking new people to our planet. Some of your people seek us out, just like you. We choose carefully. You are amazed at what they say. A choice is given to you. You can either journey with them through time and space to their planet, or you can remain in underwater Atlantis as a worker, recording information about life on Earth. Do you travel with them in space and time, or stay in Atlantis as a worker? I will go with you. I want to see other parts of the universe.
Congratulations. You will not regret this. We are ready to depart.
They take you to a small room, and 3 of them stand with you under a beam of intense light. You feel a rush of speed, and yet you are not moving. You feel as though you have traveled hundreds of thousands of miles in space. You rush past the sun, past and through the Milky Way, and on into other galaxies. Yet, you feel as though you are still standing in the same spot. Then you are on the planet Aegir, where the Atlanteans came from. It's a world of fantastic shapes and strange plants. The city gleams like 1,000 searchlights. The shapes that must be their buildings are pure light, pulsing with energy. Nothing is hard or sharp. Everything is light. You see no people, just forms of brighter light that move. Suddenly, some of the moving forms change into Atlanteans.
Our bodies are not important. It is our energy that is important. You can see us in our body forms if you wish, but we only use them to communicate with people like you. You may choose to remain as you are, or accept transformation.
Do you stay in your body form, or be transformed into an energy shape?
You are in the Atlantean world. Why not become like an Atlantean? Looking down at your hands, you see them gradually begin to glow with a warm yellow light. Little by little, the glow travels up your arms and legs until suddenly you have no body left. You are a glowing energy form. You feel a sense of freedom and happiness that you have never known before. You can float or fly or zoom anywhere you want to. No walls stop you. You melt through them. You don't need food or rest. You can travel through time. And you can travel instantly back to Earth in your energy form. You feel that this is the way you want to be. The end.
I hope you enjoyed your journey today. Come back again to explore more stories and possibilities. Just say, "Open, choose your own adventure" when you're ready.